Welcome to episode 2 of Vlogging with the Kid. My new segment, my old segment that I changed into my new segment because that way I can just wing it. And totally discombobulated today. Duke Energy provides our power, and a lot of places, and if anybody's familiar with Duke Energy, they charge a premium rate. Well, apparently they have forgotten about Gastonia and the area that I live in, because the power lines outside are in the dark ages. We've lost power probably 50 times in the 3.5 years I've been here. Sometimes it's only for an hour, sometimes it's for a day. But anyways, they are redoing a lot of the power lines. I've been working all over Gastonia. Somebody came out here just before Christmas and said that right after the first of the year, they're going to redo all the lines that are out back. It's kind of weird because the power lines are out back here for all these houses on this side of the road. And then there's like street lights out back, not on the road. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me either. But here we are, February 10th? And some people came by like a week ago and said that they were checking shit out because the company that was doing all this work was taking too long and they were fucking things up. And so this new company, Carolina Energy, has taken over. They came out a couple days ago, said they would be here Friday to take care of these lines back here, my neighbors and mine. And there's another pole that's right outside my house here that strings from the main power pole because it's too long of a stretch to the house, and then it has to angle. So there's another pole here. Well, they got our pole done out back, and we were without power for several hours today. So my wife and I just sat out there and watched them because I'd never really seen this kind of work done up that close. So just sitting out there, chilling out, having coffee and stuff like that, and watching them work. And then they moved over to the next pole. Well, they just pulled out of here just a little while ago. I wasn't sure if the power was going to go out again. I didn't know how long they were going to work. I don't know if they're coming back tomorrow. Power better not go out for the Super Bowl. That's all I know. But anyways, they have checked out for the evening. They put in a pretty good long day. But it kind of threw everything off for me because they were supposed to be here yesterday. So I was like, well, I'm not going to shoot any videos or anything like that because I don't know when the power is going to be on, when the power is going to be off. And then they didn't show up yesterday, and they showed up today. So it kind of threw my whole thing off. But anyways, we're getting it done, and it is what it is. Curious to see how much of a hike Duke Energy tries to put on us now that they've updated all these power lines, or updating all these power lines from the fucking late 60s, early 70s. Speaking of which, we'll move on from that. Everybody knows how much I love Spectrum and how much I appreciate their decent prices and all that. Kidding. They gave me a double whammy this week, and maybe one of them was the end of last week. Our cell phones, we have Spectrum Mobile as well as Spectrum Internet here at the house. Our phones went up our monthly phone bill was reasonable. Like $52 a month after we got our phones paid for. Well, they decided they're going to jack the price up. So our phone bill went up $12. So 52 to 64. And now, 2 days later, I get another email saying my internet bill, my next internet bill has gone up $2. So instead of $89.99, it's, $91.99. I mean, come on, for fucking internet, $92 fucking dollars a month. And this comes from when I first signed up for Spectrum Internet, it was $50. And I know I get the first time customer deal, which is horse shit. Been a customer for so many years now that you should give me the same fucking goddamn rate that you're giving everybody else, new customers. But you don't. And now I got to make a phone call to Spectrum to tell them that they're either going to lower my fucking internet bill, or the next call they get will be me telling them to go fuck themselves. It is what it is, Spectrum. You can't keep... I mean, in 5 years, it's gone up almost $50. That's horse shit. I know their cost of doing business has not gone up that much. Which leads me to Aqua. That's our water provider. When we first moved in 3.5 years ago, our water bill was anywhere from $30 to $35, depending on how much water we used that month. The last bill I got from Aqua, which is due the end of this month, $58 and change. $58 and change. And it has gone up. It's been this way for months, but 58 is probably the highest, except when our water line broke and we were spewing water out that we were paying for. I've gone back and looked through the bills. Our water usage isn't any different from like 2 years ago. And there's nowhere on the bill that shows an increase in per gallon or whatever. It's the same price. I called several months ago and didn't get anywhere. They're kind of like Duke Energy. They just want to keep raising the prices. What was explained to me was that they went ahead and raised the prices even though it hadn't been approved by the state. But they went ahead and did it anyways. And if the state doesn't approve the increase, they'll credit everybody back. Tell me how that works. I have no idea. So you went ahead, even though the state hasn't said you can, you went ahead and raised the prices anyways. But like I said, there's no reflection on my bill that shows me any increase. It's just but it's damn near doubled. So I don't know. And it's that way across the board with everything. Everything is just going up. You cut out one thing and something else goes up. And so you save $40 a month here, and then this goes up $10 and that goes up $15. So you didn't save $40 because now you're paying more for this and more for that. And it's so fucking frustrating. It's like the floodgates have opened for these companies just to kill us with prices increases. And I don't know how people are surviving. We're not taking any vacations in the near future. I know I'm talking about buying a house, but we're still having to pay rent. So if we can buy a house and save $100 or a couple $100 a month on that and own our own house, or at least the bank owns it, but we're paying you get it. I don't know. I'm not going to go on and on and on about it. It's just so frustrating. And it's like every other day I get an email that this went up or that went up, or you know, Spectrum doesn't even send you a fucking email. They just send you your, you know, email, your bill email, and it's more. So I don't know, but that's all I got for tonight. Thanks for listening. I am the kid, and I'll talk to you next week.